homemakers. In today's video, we're talking about some quick ways to bring joy into your homemaking. I've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed on this homemaking journey, and I realized I need to be more purposeful in my homemaking. Intentional homemaking is a phrase that God has put into my heart recently. Maybe you're like me and you're new to intentional homemaking, or maybe you've been at this a while and you've just gotten off track a little bit. From there, I started discovering little things that bring joy into my homemaking, and I'm so excited to share these 7 simple tips with you. Tip number 1 is to use pretty dish towels. I hang them on the handle of my stove and I change them out weekly. I think they are so charming and they make me smile when I'm working in the kitchen. Tip number 2 is to vacuum. I find that a quick vacuum can work wonders. It makes my space instantly feel cleaner, and a cleaner room makes me happy. Tip number 3 is to use candles. If you're going to be working in one room for a while, why not light a candle? It certainly can lift your mood. And now that we're moving towards fall, I love to use my fall candles. One of my favorites is Mama's Kitchen from the Antique Candle Company. Tip number 4 is to set a timer for 15 minutes and then clean that room as fast as you can. Then step back and admire your work. Now after 15 minutes, your room probably won't look perfect, but I bet you'll see some improvements. And as homemakers, we're striving for improvements, not perfection. Tip number 5 is to buy an inexpensive bouquet of flowers at the grocery store. This little bouquet only cost me $4, and I love seeing these cheerful flowers in my kitchen. Tip number 6 is to make a surprise dessert for your family and sit around the table together. There's nothing like a yummy dessert fresh from the oven. And if you live alone, invite a friend over for dessert and good conversation. Tip number 7 is to find a hobby that you enjoy. Just something you can work on a little bit each day as time allows. I've started a homemaking journal. It's a little bit planner and a little bit scrapbook. It's a place where I can record my homemaking goals and share some of our family memories, and I enjoy it so much. I got these printable pages on Etsy at the Sugar Pie Mercantile, and I'll link her shop for you below. I'll also link her Amazon store and her YouTube channel. As a homemaker, she is such an inspiration. So here's the supplies you need to make these simple little journals. You can get these notebooks on Amazon, and Sugar Pie Farmhouse has an Amazon shop, and I'll try to link that for you below. It's time for a bonus tip. Take a coffee break or a tea break. Sit outside with nature and listen to the birds sing. If you're like me, you might want to set a timer so you don't get caught up with daydreaming for too long. still reading Mrs. Dunwoody's Excellent Instructions for Homekeeping. I'm trying to grow as a homemaker, and I'm on Chapter 2, The Cares of House and Home. If you're new here, I've been reading Mrs. Dunwoody's Excellent Instructions for Homekeeping. I got this book on Amazon, and I'll have it linked below in case you're interested, but it's everything you'd ever want to know about caring for your home. In this chapter, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of cleaning. There are recipes for cleaning solutions, how to polish your silver, miscellaneous household tips, and Mrs. Dunwoody even shows you the proper way to make a bed. I was reminded of Colossians 3:23. Work willingly at whatever you do, as though you are working for the Lord rather than people. After all, it is the Lord who has made us keepers of our homes. We are daughters of the King, and the Lord has given us a very important role as keepers of our homes. If you're here today watching this video, I hope that you're a kindred spirit, and I hope that we could be a sisterhood. If you liked any of these ideas, tell me down in the comment section, and I'll link my very first homemaking video in case you're new here and you want to get caught up. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you back next week with a brand new video.